Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at awkward situations we can all relate to. Before this video starts, remember to subscribe, and yeah, let's have a look at some of these photos. When you fall over in public and take a quick look around to see if anyone saw you and find out that absolutely everyone did. Yeah, this has happened to me quite a lot, especially in school. In America, you're allowed to wear your own clothes, so you guys probably can't relate to this. But if you do have to wear a uniform to school, everyone knows that the shoes are impossible to walk in. It depends what type of shoes you get, to be honest, because you can get the actual shoes that you're meant to wear or just like black trainers. I would always wear the shoes that you're meant to wear, and trust me, they are not easy to walk in, especially if they're new, like they're so stiff. But I remember I'd always fall over or just like trip up. I don't know why, there's just something about the shoes, they're so hard to walk in. The fake smile on your face when you receive a terrible gift. Yep, that is me every single Christmas. I feel like every Christmas you always get a really good gift and then a really bad gift. Like sometimes you just get some things and you're like, why did I get this? Or do you ever open a present thinking it's something else, and then when you find out what it actually is, you're really disappointed? I have a really awkward smile, so whenever I'm smiling it looks like I'm putting on a fake smile. Like this is my normal smile, I'm like this, but apparently that looks like a fake smile. But honestly, that is the face that you would pull when you have to explain a funny joke you just told. My generation, which is Gen Z, can definitely relate to this. For some reason, parents just don't understand this. Like there's just something about it, they just don't understand our jokes. My generation has so many weird jokes. Like the majority of our jokes have to do with memes, and people over the age of 25 just don't understand them. But honestly, if you just don't understand a joke, laugh with it, like act like you know what it means, because we can't be bothered explaining it. When you realize you're walking in the wrong direction, so you try to pretend to be cool while turning around. Yeah, that is quite awkward. It's not as bad when you're on your own, but if there's somebody in front of you walking towards you and you have to turn around and walk the other direction, it's pretty awkward. Do you think they think in their head, what's this person doing? Like, am I about to get abducted? Because there's been so many times where that's happened to me. I really do feel bad for that person because I probably think they're gonna die. When you accidentally touch someone in an inappropriate place on a crowded public transportation and you share a look. Okay, so I don't really get in trains that much, but there has been a couple of times where I've been stood in a queue and I've accidentally moved back and that person's touched my bum. Like, you can't really do much about it. You just sort of hope that it was an accident. I could not turn around though. Like, I could not look them in the eyes. Like, it honestly would be way too awkward. When the teacher comes up to someone in the row next to you at school. Finally, something I can relate to. I feel like a lot of people can and can't relate to this. For some reason, teachers always have big bums. Like, I don't know why, that's such a weird thing to say, but like, I would literally be sat in class and they'd put their bum in my face. Like, I don't understand why. Literally, get your backside out of my face. They would always purposely bend over in the worst way possible. Like, I'm not even kidding. They would literally bend over like that's it, their bum is in your face. Honestly, like, it is so irritating. I don't understand why they done it. Like, they literally done it to annoy us. That awkward silence during an elevator ride. Honestly, if you've gotten into an elevator with someone else and you're on your own, you can relate to this. All you really do is like look at them, nod your head and smile. Like, you wouldn't really try to start a conversation. Thank God most elevators are under 20 seconds, because if I was stuck in an elevator with someone for any longer, I think I honestly would die. When you show someone a photo on your phone and they start scrolling and you know there's pictures they probably shouldn't see. If you're ever showing your parents a photo, you can relate to this. Here's a tip which you should probably take. If you're going to show your parents a photo, make a folder and put that photo into the folder, because then it means if they do try to scroll, at least they'll not find any other photos. I literally have to hold my phone in front of my mom because she touches the phone and like the photo will go off the phone. It's the most irritating thing ever. Like, I don't know why they do it. Just look at the photo, and then they always use the good old excuse, oh, I can't see from that far away. Like, literally, why did their eyes not work? When you accidentally call your teacher mom. Yeah, everyone's definitely done this. You cannot tell me that you've not done this once. Everyone's called their teacher mom or dad. Like, there's just something about it. I don't know why. It's just something that everyone's done. It's the most embarrassing thing ever when you actually have done it. What can you do? All you can really do is be like, oops, didn't mean to call you that. But yeah, there's just something about it. It's embarrassing. And the thing is, a teacher won't forget about it. I can guarantee you that they'll be telling all the other teachers in the staff room. When you still can't hear something in a conversation, even after it was repeated over and over, so you give up and just smile and nod along. This used to happen to me a lot in school. For some reason, if I'm being told something, I just can't understand it. Like, I don't know why, I just don't understand things. Well, basically, the teachers would always try to explain it to me and I still wouldn't understand it. And I'd just be like, yeah, I don't understand it, can you please explain it again? And after like the 5th time, I'd just be like, oh yeah, I do get it now. Because I know for a fact that they wanted to punch me. When you're at your friend's house and everything is fine, until they start having a noisy quarrel with their parents. This has only happened to me once, but it was in my friend's car. My friend's mum was giving me a lift home because we had been out in town, and basically they started having a major argument with their mum in front of me. And I don't mean like a small argument, like I mean full on screaming. Like my friend was literally screaming at their mum so loudly, and all you can really do is sort of sit there and be like, yeah, awkward. Like, you can't really say much, can you? I honestly hate it because the parents always turn around and they're like, oh, Connor, I bet you don't speak to your parents like that. And all you can really say is, no, I don't. Imagine you turned around and were like, yeah, I do speak to my parents like that. What would your friend's parents say? Like, they would definitely kick you out of the house. When you're the last one picked for teams in gym class. Okay, I low-key can't relate to this. I know I don't look like an athletic person, but I'm actually really fast. So if we were ever doing a game in PE to do with like fastness, whether that's football, I don't know, just like running after something, I would always be one of the first people picked. And I know you think I'm lying, but I'm honestly not. Like, I'm so fast, it's actually kind of weird. I can literally disappear just like that. It's one of my talents. But I really do feel bad for people who are picked last. Like, think about it, they probably think in their head that everyone hates them. When your stomach growls really loudly in a quiet place. Yeah, my stomach used to always do this in class, exams, and in the library. It's the one time I'm trying my best to be silent, and of course my body starts to make noises. Why does my body decide to do that? Like, why? Honestly, it is really irritating. I remember in my GCSEs, my stomach was going off a lot in the exams, and like, it makes such a weird noise. It kind of makes a noise like this. Yeah, it doesn't make a noise like that at all. It just makes a weird noise. Like, everyone knows that when you're hungry, your belly makes a really weird noise. But throughout all of my exams, my belly would not shut up. It was embarrassing. When you accidentally make eye contact with the same person about 20 times and end up looking like a stalker. This has happened to me quite a lot, especially in shops. Like, whenever you're waiting to pay for your items in a shop and you're like queuing up, everyone just looks at each other. And there's been so many times where I've looked at somebody straight in the eye and they've looked at me back, and then we just keep making eye contact, and it's the most embarrassing thing ever. Like, literally, we can't stop looking at each other. When the toilet gets clogged at another person's home, if you use any toilets outside of your house, you're weird. The only exception is if you're at an event or like a hotel. Like, I could never use my best friend's toilet. Like, there's just something about it. I couldn't imagine them pushing out a poo. I would only use a toilet outside of my home if I was desperate. Like, if I literally couldn't hold it any longer, then I'd maybe use another toilet. And the only other exception for me is hotels. Like, if you're staying in a hotel overnight, you're obviously gonna use the toilet. But even if I am gonna use that toilet, I still wouldn't get that close to it. Like, you don't know who's been sitting on that thing. Anyways, guys, that is the end of the video. We had a look at some awkward things that we can all relate to, and honestly, some of the situations are awful. I'm pretty antisocial, so I don't see that many people other than my friends. But now, because of the whole coronavirus, I don't even see them that much. But it means that I'm able to avoid most of these situations. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Comment down below an awkward situation that you've been put into before. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Subscribe and leave a like, and yes, I will see you all in my next video.